Hello, everyone, from wherever you're joining us in the world. We're delighted to have you to the town hall, the virtual town hall, the first virtual town hall of the Ethical Data Initiative. My name is Sabina Leonelli. I'm the scientific director of the Ethical Data Initiative. And I'll say a few more words in a moment, but I'll immediately leave the word to Marcus Sievert, who is going to start our meeting today.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for this quick takeover. So my name is Marcus. I'm the managing director of the TUM Think Tank, a platform at the Technical University of Munich, and the Munich School of Public Policy and Politics, where we create an intersection between academia and civil society, politics, administration, public sector, industry, startups. So having a multi-stakeholder approach to discuss topics around the question of technology, society, and democracy. With that, it's a true pleasure to collaborate with Sabina and the whole team. I would spend now 5 minutes to name them all. So I'm super grateful to have you guys at the TUM Think Tank with the Ethical Data Initiative. Thanks for all the important work that you're doing at these critical times where we need spaces to discuss technological questions around data, around AI, around other technologies, and how we can make them inclusive, how we can provide access to these technologies, and how we can build them in a responsible way. So, yeah, deep gratitude to all of you and the work that you're doing, and thanks for joining us here online. As Sabina just said, from across the globe, really appreciate that you take the time to discuss with us today. And with this, I hand over to you, Sabina.
Thank you very much, Marcus. And I have to say, even before introducing myself more properly, I really want to express my thanks, like Marcus did, to everybody who is joining us online. We know that it's difficult always, especially when he's at home, to take time after busy lives to join us and discuss, even if we all agree that these are very important topics. So we are very, very grateful. We are grateful to our partners who are joining us today. And we are grateful to everybody who has been working very hard in collaboration with the Ethical Data Initiative. And I just want to mention briefly the people that you're not going to see talking today representing the Ethical Data Initiative, but have been given us a huge hand, both on the side of Munich, where I am based at the moment, and on the side of the University of Exeter, where half of the team is based. Here in Munich, I really want to thank Philip and Kenzie from the think tank, who have done a huge amount of work to support us since the start, really, and certainly over the last year. I also want to thank Lena and Natalia, who are really giving us great support as our student assistant in getting some of this work off the ground. In Exeter, I want to thank Karen, especially, who's been giving big administrative help on that side to try and get things on the ground there too. Now, all of this said, I really, again, want to welcome you. I teach history and philosophy of science and technology here at the University of Munich, the Technical University of Munich. And the Ethical Data Initiative, of course, is something that I'm very, very invested in, like hopefully all of you are. I remind you, we are really set up to be a global platform to support coordination among the many different actors who care about issues of responsibility and ethics in data, data science, data use, any kind of data work. And of course, this includes questions around ethical AI, which over the last year have become obviously very dominant in everybody's mind. And we are collaborating with a variety of organizations and partners, and you'll hear from some of them later today. We also have a particular commitment to working with people who may not have actually a lot of capacity to engage with the right tools or with the right visibility in data governance and in thinking about what could responsible data practices be. But this is really the commitment of our initiative, is to support other organizations and provide tools as much as possible in collaboration with all of you to try and make life easier for people who are trying to deal with data, and also make sure that all of us in different ways, depending on our goals and our background and our settings, actually have the opportunity to do this work in a way that is sustainable and responsible and reliable, and actually gives us satisfaction that we are doing it the best way we can. can, given our purposes. So with this, I may just say that the schedule for today, of course, is an online meeting. So we're doing the best we can in trying to encourage as much participation as possible. Really, the reason to have a virtual town hall is to inform you to some extent of what we have been doing over the last 6 months since our last town hall that was here in Munich, is also to try, and especially actually try and collect as much feedback and suggestions from you and ideas as possible, both in relation to what we're going to be presenting to you as a team and the things that we've been working on, but also collecting any new idea, any new source of inspiration for things that we may be helping with or may be involved in, given the limits of our capacity, but always doing the best we can to try and intersect with the current discourse and what is actually happening in the world. And to this purpose, we're going to try and keep our presentations as short as possible so that we can have a discussion, and you're all very, very much invited to provide feedback to each presentation through the chat. That would be very nice because then I can actually see what is coming through. And of course, for those of you who are online and are happy to speak, I'm also very happy to then give you the word so you can formulate your own question also orally. In terms of the schedule, it's very simple for today. The first part of the meeting, we're going to be presenting some of the current activities of the Ethical Data Initiative, and we hope to have as interactive a discussion as possible. And then we're going to have a short break of about 20 minutes, and then we're going to give the word to our absolutely wonderful partners. For this has been a great year for us, as you'll hear also later. We have finalized some of our partnerships with absolutely fantastic collaborators. So we'll hear from them about updates from their side, what is happening that concerns our area of interest here. And right after that, to close the day in glory, we're going to launch a new initiative, which is actually picking up particular themes on a temporary basis every year, kind of paying a particular attention within the Ethical Data Initiative to a specific subject. It's not to the exclusion of others, of course, but it's just to also have a way of shining a spotlight on things that we think are particularly relevant and concerning, actually, in the world of today. And in that sense, we're going to hear from heads of research who are going to present on recommender systems, which is going to be the theme for the coming months for the Ethical Data Initiative. So with this, I don't need to keep you much longer. I'm going to pass the word to my wonderful colleagues, Kate Bailey, who is the Operations Director of the Ethical Data Initiative, and Suchit Anand, who is the Outreach Director of the Ethical Data Initiative, who is going to update us on this part of our work.